MC talks, yo. MC talks, MC talks, MC talks. Yo, wanna be entertained? Then join the show. It's the MC Talks live show. Now you know, real smooth vibes with a steady flow. MC Talks live. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I know I'm late. I had a busy day today. So y'all know normally I go live around 6 or 7-ish, maybe 8-ish, you know what I'm saying, on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I decided to go live tonight. All right, I'm here. But yeah, I'm a little late though. It's a little late, but we're gonna get through this live. All right. Y'all know I do lives every weekend. All right. But anyway, we got a lot of things to talk about. Well, not much. This ain't gonna be a long live like normally. Probably a little short live, but I'm gonna just sum everything up. They've basically been trending all this week. Okay, there's been a lot going on. But first, let's go ahead and get into, you know what I'm saying, the small talk of everything. So hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Hope everybody got what they wanted. Hope everybody enjoyed their family time. As y'all know, Christmas is not about giving and the gifts and things. It's about spending time with family, loved ones. I had a good Christmas. My Christmas was good. You know, I enjoyed Christmas. The food was delicious. All right. Really enjoyed my little family. So yeah, so I had a very, very good Christmas. I'd say this Christmas was better than last year's Christmas, I think, in my opinion. Um, but yeah. So hopefully everybody had a good Christmas, good holiday. The new year is around the corner. All right. So for everybody doing their little New Year revelation, not revelations, New Year resolutions, I guess you want to call them. Everybody, you know, thinking about, you know, what they're gonna do, like going to the gym, weight loss goals, financial goals, and stuff like that. I say good luck. I wish y'all the best on y'all goals. I no longer does that anymore. I just go with the flow because throughout the years I have been disappointed, been disappointing myself when I plan these New Year resolutions and stuff like that, and it don't go as according to plan. So I just give up on that. I just take it as I go and or whatever. So, but I'm praying and hoping that we all have a good year. We hope we all have a good year, and I hope 2026 bring nothing but financial relief to all, and me too, including myself. Fitness goals. I'm thinking about. Well, I do have a goal. I want to say that I'm gonna get into the gym. I need to exercise a little more, so I'm thinking about doing that. So as soon as I get some things straight, I mean, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to, you know, get my health a little better than what it is. Sorry, y'all, I'm sipping tonight. I ain't sipping on no alcohol. It's just, you know, a little bit of water, a little bit of, you know, soda in here and there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sipping on no alcohol until New Year's. Okay, New Year's Eve. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the news. What's been trending lately? So this is interesting. New York passes law requiring ads to disclose if AI actors are in it. They also banned deepfakes of deceased performers without their estate consent. Um, this is good. Hopefully, a lot of states follow this. We've been seeing a lot of AI commercials. I can't tell which is real anymore. So that's good. Everything needs to be labeled now. It needs to be disclosed because let me tell y'all something. These AI things is getting out of control. I get on Twitter, I see deceased performers dancing, and you know, see Tupac, Biggie, and all these people doing things that's been deceased, and it's just weird to me. It's very weird. I think this is really good for New York. Hopefully, the other states will follow. Hopefully, they put some type of restriction on this AI thing, dealing with deceased loved ones and what's real and what's not in the commercials and stuff like that. Because if some of the stuff is just look plain real, and I'm like, and I don't catch on to it until later, like, oh my god, that's AI. But yeah, I think this is good. This is a good idea. I think this is very good, and hopefully other states will follow. Yes, and deceased using deceased performers and stuff like that. That's weird, and I'm guessing that most of these states is not going to grant these people permission to do so. A lot of people do not like seeing their because let's remember some of these rappers and singers and artists they have families too, and it's kind of weird seeing their deceased loved ones on social media as if they was alive and just kicking it and doing the things that we do. For like I said, like example, Tupac, Biggie, and other deceased people like Michael Jackson, Prince, on there just doing what they do, AI, and whoever making these things, it's just weird to me seeing that. So I do agree with that law. I do think if you're gonna use a deceased performer or actor or actresses or singer or whatever, you need to have permission to do so. Because at this point it's just getting weird. So I do agree with that law. Like I said, states follow each other. They look and see what other states, what laws come upon with other states. So I'm assuming that most states will follow that. But yeah, so let's go on to this. All right, so as y'all remember, this lady right here, she played in Black Panther. I thought this would be good to talk about. So I'm gonna read this to y'all. She started acting at the age of 88, and just 4 years later, she was recognized worldwide for her role in Black Panther, a powerful reminder that it is never too late to start, never too late to dream, never too late to step into your purpose. Now, normally I say stuff like this for the end of the live, but I wanted to jump into that. Um, First of all, kudos to that lady. Like I said, you can dream big. It's never too late. It's never too late. It might seem like your dreams is not going to come true. It might seem like things is just in the way of it and you want to give up. And I'm here to say, do not give up. Um, you know, when I started doing YouTube, I had to take a break. I had took like maybe almost a 2 year break on doing YouTube. And this is what I like to do. I like to do podcasts and I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. But, I like podcasts. I like entertaining. And I took a 2 year break and I wasn't myself because I felt like something was missing. And I'm just here to say if you dreaming and you got something that you really want to do, don't give up because things looking rough at the time or you got obstacles that's in your way. Don't give up on your dream. Keep going. This is also a reminder to myself to keep pushing and keep going. And I meditate on this. I meditate on and I meditate on keep going. Keep pushing and be more goal driven into what I like to do. Like I make goals and make plans and come up with new ideas. And I'm saying this to y'all too. If y'all got something that y'all in the pursuit of and y'all have a passion for, don't give up because things looking grim. Just keep at it because this lady, it took her all the way up in her 80s and she basically started acting. Now her name, you know, her talent is out there and she's out there. The world know who she is now. And she started at 80. So it don't matter if you like 47, 50 and you ready to go back to college, go back to college. Do your thing. Time waits for no one. It's not a time limit on anything. If you want to pursue something, go for it. It doesn't matter what it is. So I thought that was really something good to talk about. It also gave me motivation to keep pushing myself. So, that was really good. Really, really, really good to talk about and to bring into this atmosphere. Okay. If you're watching or whatever and you need some, a little push to keep going. So that's my little push to y'all and including myself. Let's go on and keep moving. See, I'm gonna keep moving because we late or whatever. We're gonna get through this live. We 10 minutes in. Let's keep going. So, Nicki Minaj reportedly deleted her Instagram after allegedly losing over 10 million followers after her turning point appearance. So, I did a little digging myself to make sure it's true. Because some of these reports, they be exaggerating, they be lying and shit. So I looked it up myself, and this what popped up. AI came in when I tried to find her Instagram and said Nicki Minaj has deleted her Instagram account following her appearance at Turning Point USA America Fest, where she faced backlash for her comments about Charlie Kirk and JD Vance. The rapper's account is no longer available with a sorry, this page isn't available. Message appearing after she lost a significant, hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Message appearing when trying to access it. The decision comes after she lost a significant number of followers, reportedly around 3 to 4 million, although some sources initially claimed it was 10 million. Let me come back on the screen. So a lot of celebrities came out, they voiced their opinions. Some of Nicki's fans is divided. The Barbs are divided. Some Barbs said they done with her. Then you got the other Barbs saying they're gonna stick with the queen, their queen, and they're gonna stick with her, and they're gonna get through this. They're gonna ride for Nicki. And it's a lot of dividedness. I can say this: I wish Nicki would shut up. I wish Nicki would just keep her mouth shut. Nicki is very talented. I wish she never put herself into this. This is my opinion. I wish she just would have sat back, relaxed, and just chill. I wish she would have just, work on whatever project she said she got going and just, put the music out. Because at this point, when you align yourself with stuff like this politically, I stopped listening to this political stuff because it was draining me. I was covering some of this political stuff, but at the end of the day, it's very draining. But it's also you have to know about it. You have to keep in touch about what's going on politically in our country because it's a lot of fuck shit going on. Okay. So it's a lot. It's very draining. I think Nicki putting herself in this because I feel like she feel away. Yeah, I feel like she feel like Kamala. She had Cardi B up there, Beyonce, and she want to go this route. And I just think it was a wrong move. I just thought it was a wrong move. I don't think she needed to be up there. These conservatives are totally against her fan base. They want to take away all their rights. They're not for them, and most of the Nicki fan bases are gay men or whatever, and just keeping it real. We're just keeping it real here, and it's just not a good look, not especially for her fan base. The conservatives, they're against the LGBTQ. I think I said it right. Most of them against it. Most of them don't. They want to take their rights away. And what I'm saying is, you really have to be careful who you support, because whoever you support or who you fanning over, are they really gonna give up on you and set you to the side for a bad? Because according to other sources, Nicki got paid a big dime for this interview, for going on that American Fest Turning Point platform. You know what I'm saying? She had got paid a bag, okay? According to Lizzo, that's where the money at. That's where that's where the money at. And these singers, these musicians, they going that route because they need a bag. You know what I'm saying? Times hard, the economy hard. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she said, "Hey, I got to get this bag." I don't know, but I think that this whole thing is like, I just really wish she never went on there. She was already kind of in hot water with the feud with the Cardi B and the things like that, and talking about Cardi B's daughter. It was already looking rough. People was unfollowing her then, so it's not far fetched from it. I mean, I see a lot of, I seen a lot of barbs say they was done with her, and then I see some barbs fighting for her. It's like, hey, it doesn't matter. I'm still hanging in there with the queen. I just wish that Nicki would have just sit back, relax, and just chill. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, she craved this attention because there's a lot of girls in the rap scene now. It's not her no more. And I feel like she just can't get over it. I just feel like she can't get over it. And I feel like she just craved this attention. And she really don't need that much attention because we all know what she's capable of. The talent speaks for itself. Um, but I just don't agree with her going onto that platform. And it's just totally go against, you know, what her fan base, it totally go against that. And, Cardi B, she had posted something. I heard on the streets that she loved her fan base after all this went down. But I just think Nicki should have just laid low and just kept this low profile. And I feel like they're doing control damage at this point. Her label and her, her team. She's really not really saying too much on social media now. I think the reason she deleted her Instagram is because of the massive unfollowing. I think she didn't delete it, but she deactivated. She can come back at any time. I just think they are actually waiting on all this to pass over and die down. But yeah, it was nasty work, and I didn't even watch it. I watched little clips of it, of what she was saying and stuff. So I can't really talk about, give my opinion on that. But I can tell y'all that it wasn't a smart move. It was kind of reckless, being that she already in different feuds with these females and stuff like that, and then she up there on the platform talking about female unity, which she's been doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? She's been getting into it with Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, SZA, all these girls, being a bad girl, mean girl. It just don't make any sense to me. But they, like I said, these celebrities, they're going to do anything for a bag. Because like I said before, we are in the bad times. And if we are struggling, they're struggling too. They just struggling rich-wise. You know what I'm saying? When I say rich-wise, I'm talking about, they struggling within rich people struggle. That's what I'm gonna say. Rich people struggle. So they struggling too. But they're gonna do anything for a bag. Even if they had to throw some of their fans up under the bus. I mean, it's just the way it is. So I just wish she never would have went up there. I wish Nicki would just lay low. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs to be said. Just lay low. Your talent, your talent and everything shows. It shows. It pays. Everybody know, you had a 15 plus year run. And it's unknown. It's not normal for a female to stay up top like that. And she's blessed to do so because of her fan base. But once you go against your fans, they will give you a wake up call. You know what I'm saying? They will give you a wake up call like, hey, look, we built you. Don't forget where you came from. So I'm just saying, I just hated to see that. Moving on. So Mendeecees had an interview. Mendeecees had an interview. I ain't ready to play him yet. Mendeecees had an interview, and he talked about him and Yandy was never married or in a relationship. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Excuse the audio, it's not my audio. It's the podcast or whatever audio he was on. But we're gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna come back with our commentary and what Tamar had to say after this viral interview that went viral. So I want y'all to listen to this.
What's the status of you and Yandy right now?
Oh, we not together.
Y'all not together.
We're not together.
So y'all getting a divorce?
Well, we never was like legally married, so I don't know what a divorce. Like,
So the rumors are true that y'all just did it for TV.
Listen, nah, I didn't do it for TV. I think, listen, it was Yandy idea, right? Because in the beginning we had I was going through legal battles with courts and fines, and she said, let's not sign the papers, and I was like, all right, cool, and then I guess it kind of just stayed that way. Then we got married again, and then we still ain't.
Yeah, because I was at one though.
Yeah, you was at. I was.
Okay, so let me get back up on the screen here. All right, so y'all heard that. So after that went viral and the blogs posted that, and Tamar seen all of that, she posted this. She wanted an apology from the internet. Okay, so y'all know that Funky put her out there because Tamar couldn't keep away from throwing shade towards Funky. So Funky put the whole thing out there. So y'all already know the backstory to that. So now Tamar said she wanted an apology from everybody or whatever for calling her names and shit like that. So she said basically this: I'm accepting all apologies through my Cash App. Please pay the following if you called me a liar: $10, home record $20, hoe 20, slut 30, accepting the fact that y'all fell for the BS and run me the F up. And she posted her Cash App name right there. Tamar, I want to say this. I want to say you're full of shit. And you also came out and denied that you and Mendeecees had anything going on when Funky put it out. But you also said that you and Mendeecees had nothing to do with each other other than acting, than being a part of whatever show or whatever movie y'all had going on. I'm gonna say show. Whatever show y'all had going on, but other than that, y'all didn't have nothing going on. And now you doubling down and said that you want an apology from everybody. So are you saying that you basically, was Funky right? Was you saying that you and Mendeecees did have something going on? Let's listen to this interview real quick, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
They started putting you two together. Do you and Mendeecees have anything beyond this film? Or?
No, to be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
To be honest, you know what I mean? Yeah. We're not we're cool, but he's not like my homie. You know what I mean?
Right. We cool. He not like my homie, but then you posting up that you want an apology from everybody who call you all these names from the internet. So now you're alluding that it was something going on between you and Mendeecees? All right, so that's what I'm trying to say. Why is she even coming out saying that? That don't even make sense to me. Now I'm really believing Funky. They did absolutely have something going on, her and Mendeecees, because in other words, she went and posted this. You know what I'm saying? This bull crap right here, that she wanted an apology from everybody who called her a home wrecker, liar, hoe, slut, and so forth. So my thing is sometimes people just don't know how to sit down and be quiet and whatever. She just had to put herself out there. I feel like this was also her and Mendeecees plan. He go on this podcast. He denounced that him and Yandy was never married and it was all for TV. It was all for the show. I feel like this was planned, and that's why she jumped on the internet and said, y'all owe me an apology now. But in reality, you really wanted to keep this a secret, so to speak. I don't know if you did or if this was planned, if you really wanted Funky to get mad at you and air this stuff out eventually in the long run, if this was all planned. I don't know. Just these celebrities are weird, especially when they have something to promote. She had an album or a song or whatever she wanted to promote, and she wanted Funky to take the fall. off for her promotion of her album or song she had coming out, which was just weird. So yeah, I do believe Funky, and she just basically put it out there that in so many words that her and Mendeecees did mess around or messing around or whatever by even posting that. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people was um actually questioning her after that post. We ain't giving you nothing, Tamar. We ain't giving you nothing. You basically put yourself in these type of predicaments because you stay with the mess. You messy. And like I always say this: if I ever make it to the top, I'm never befriending any celebrity. You will not see me on a live or on a video saying, I just talked to so and so on the phone, and this person said this and this to me, or I hung out with this person or this celebrity. You will never, ever heard me say that or do that, because this is my job to criticize and critique them on the fuck they do. You know, it can either go good or it can either go bad. And I'm very protective of my friends and friendship. So I don't want to mix the two with what I do. That's why I say that these YouTubers, when they befriend these celebrities and then they come online and brag about it and boast about it, okay, it don't make any sense, because when they get in trouble or they do fuck shit, you really have to go out there and tell it like it is, whether they like it or not. And then that's going to jeopardize the friendship. So I don't really want to be a part of that or be friends with any celebrities. Hopefully this was a learning experience for some, maybe Funky, I don't know. But most of these YouTubers, these commentators, they feel like they needs to be friends with these celebrities to have some type of validation, to have some type of say that they are friends or they spoke to this A-list celebrity or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, it really doesn't make sense, especially if you doing this as your career and you in this type of field. You know what I'm saying? You really can't be friends celebrities. You can't do it. You just can't do it. But like I said, I'm on Funky side with this one. I still believe Funky. And with her posting that little saying after the interview really confirmed it to me. I don't know. It confirmed it to me that yeah, she basically saying that she did have something going on after all with Mendeecees, because she would have never posted that, right? That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, on to the next. So I thought this was funny, a little funny. So Little Kim, Little Kim go live and she addressed fans for saying that she's photoshopping her pictures, I'm assuming, and she addressing the fans. So I want y'all to hear what she had to say, because she is on one. So let's listen.
Y'all want me to be ugly and insecure so bad, but then you would be out of work. Stupid bitch. Yeah, you thought it was Photoshop, bitch.
Cow bungalow, bitch.
Yeah, you thought it was Photoshop, bitch. Thought it was Photoshop, bitch.
You stupid bitch. Listen, I'm keeping that, because look, when I do a voiceover or anything and somebody do something stupid, I'm putting that right there as a gift in my voiceover. I thought that was hilarious. You know how these celebrities, they look over all the praises in their comments and stuff like that. They look over all, like, you look good, you dress nice. They'll look over all of that shit. But they'll look at somebody who said, oh, you photoshopping your photos, you don't look like that. And they'll look at that one particular comment and then they'll address it and make it seem like everybody is talking about it. And I really think this comes from past trauma with Lil Kim. Lil Kim has been in the game since the 90s. We also know that the industry made her feel like she wasn't pretty enough. So I don't want to go too hard on her or whatever. I love Lil Kim. I like Lil Kim. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too hard on her. It's just past trauma and stuff that what she dealt with in the industry. And this is the little Kim that I remember coming growing up in the 90s and stuff. This is the beautiful natural look of little Kim, one of the pictures. Little Kim didn't have all of that, didn't have her jaw fixed to make it look long and thin, none of all that fillers, none of that stuff, just natural beauty. Now imagine if she would have kept her face like this, if you know what I'm saying, she didn't do too much, she would have aged really gracefully, in my opinion. I think she would have aged very gracefully because y'all know black don't crack. But but yeah, I really feel like she's coming from a place of past trauma. I really think she has a mental illness when it comes to plastic surgery. To me, it still looks like she's messing with her face. You know, she's still messing with her face, still doing the surgeries, getting little things done here and there. Hopefully, you know, it's like it's no backtrack on this. It's not. This is not reversible. It's not something she can reverse. But I really think it's something that she went through coming into the industry. People telling her she ain't good enough, she's not pretty enough, and her being a dark skinned black woman, people just making her feel like she wasn't top tier and she wasn't there. I wish that she really had people in her corner and was telling her to tell her like, hey, you're beautiful, you are beautiful, you're talented, and just speak positively to her. But unfortunately, she didn't have that back in the day. If you know the Lil Kim story back when she was coming up and coming out as, you know, as a rapper or whatever back in the 90s, you know that she struggled with this and she struggled with men and people in the industry telling her she wasn't good enough. And this what led to, you know, surgeries and here and there. And I don't know if this is true or not. I think that one of her boyfriends or whoever she was dating with back in the day, whoever she was dating back in the day had broke her nose and she got the nose surgery, which led to multiple surgeries and stuff like that. Look, Kim been through a lot. Now for the kid in the background saying beach and stuff like that, Kim, no, we don't do that. We don't let the kids cuss, okay? We don't do that. That's kind of tacky. But it's also funny that she, you know, how she coming out like bitch, you know, like that. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, so I really think this is coming from a place of trauma. I really think that Kim saw that little comment and she basically, you know, said, I'm going to address this. And it probably, like I said, it probably won't that many people talking about she was photoshopping her photos. It's just her being overly sensitive and, you know, and like I said, dealing with past trauma and feeling like she's not pretty enough. And that's why she had to come out and address it the way she did. So I just wanted to talk about that. That's all that I really have. This wraps up the show. Yeah, so it's like we in 33 minutes in. Like I said, I normally been going to about maybe 45 minutes. 45 minutes tops. The longest may be an hour. But I try not to go you know, above that. I don't see how these people come on here and stream over an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I can't do it. I can't talk that much. But yeah, but if y'all liking the show, you know, you liking the lives and stuff, you know, liking the content, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I try to go live during the weekends, talk about everything that I see online trending within the week, do it all in one big bundle. I like to also thank everybody who subscribed to the channel, who's supporting the channel, who watches me, and hopefully I keep everybody entertained. But yeah, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you care. It also helps us out over here. You know, it helps us out a lot so we can maintain and keep growing. But yeah, so hopefully everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully everybody have a happy new year coming up. New Year's Eve coming up. Hope everybody party and drink responsibly. And just celebrate, and just celebrate being here another year. That's the blessing of it all. Just being here another year, celebrating another year of life. We made it another year around the sun. 2026 is going to be a good year. Make sure y'all write that down. Make sure y'all keep telling yourselves that affirmations. You know what I mean? Speak good into the air, into existence. The power is within the tongue. So make sure y'all keep that going, keep that flowing. And like I said at the beginning of the show, never give up on your dreams. Never give up on anything that you have planned, your goals, your dreams, your passion, or anything. You're going to run into obstacles. You're going to run into some bumpy roads, but don't give up in it. Keep going, keep pushing. Because like that lady, she turned 80 in her 80s and started acting in her 80s. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably something that the lady that was in Black Panther, it's probably something that she always wanted to do. And she finally did it. And it happened to happen in her 80s. And so it's never a time limit with this thing. It's either you do it or you don't, or you miss out. But in other words, I'm out. I catch y'all on another live. Make sure, once again, support the channel. Engagement is important. And I'm out. And I catch y'all on another one. Peace.